So in the next couple of lessons, we're going to learn about prime numbers, factors, prime factors, the highest common factor, which is also known as HCF, and the lowest common multiple, which is known as LCM. So the first thing we will be looking at is factors. A factor of a whole number is any whole number that divides into it exactly. For example, the factor of 12 is 1, because 1 goes exactly into 12. In fact, 1 goes to 12 exactly 12 times, because 1 times 12 is 12. So after 1, we will test 2. Does 2 go into 12? Yes, it does. It goes into 12 exactly 6 times. Then after 2, we will test number 3. Does 3 go into 12? Yes, it does. It goes exactly 4 times into 12. So after 3, we would want to test the number 4. But as you can see, we already have the number 4 on the right hand side. So we do not need to test any more numbers for factors of 12. This is the advantage of doing it like this. It saves time. So as you can see, 1 times 12 is equal to 12. 2 times 6 is equal to 12. 3 times 4 is equal to 12. So as you can see, 1 will always be a factor of a whole number, and so is 12, the number itself. So 1 and the number itself will always be factors of a number. You can also see that the factors come in pairs. For example, 2 times 6 and 3 times 4. Now, the factors of 12 can be written like this. So we'll list the numbers going down first. So 1, 2, 3, and then going up this way. 4, 5, sorry, not 5, 4, 6, and 12. So these are the factors of 12. So to summarize, bullet point number 1, the number itself and 1 are always factors of the number. As we see here, 1 and 12 were the factors of the number 12. Factors come in pairs, as we saw. So 1 and 12 were one pair, 2 and 6 were another pair, 3 and 4 were another pair. When you have found one factor, there's always another factor that goes with it. So when we found 3, we knew that 12 divided by 3 is equal to 4. That's how we found the other pair. When we found 2, 12 divided by 2 is 6. That's how I found 6 as the other pair. There's always another factor that goes with it. However, if it's a square number, for example 9, so we know that 9, 3 and 3 will be listed as a factor. But when we write down the factors like this, we'll write down 3 just once for the number 9. So to explain that a bit more, we will now look at the factors of 16. So the factors of 16, does 1 go into 16? Yes, because we've learned that 1 and the number itself will always be factors. Does the number 2 go into 16? It's an even number, so yes. How many times does 2 go into 16? 8 times. Does 3 go into 16? No. So we will not list 3. So after 3, the next number to test is 4. Does 4 go into 16? Yes. 4 times 4. Now we don't need to test any more numbers because, as you can see, we've got 4 here and we've got 4 here. So we've come to the back to the other side. So 5, 6, we don't have to test anymore. So how do we now list the factors of 16? The factors of 16 are 1, 2, 4, and notice here I will not list both the 4s, only once, then 8, and then 16. So these are the factors of 16. Question 3. Write down all the factors of 14. So again, we would do 1 times 14, because 1 and the number itself are factors. Does 2 go into 14? Yes. 2 times 7 is 14. Does 3 go into 14? No. Does 4 go into 14? No. Does 5 go into 14 exactly? No. Does 6 go into 14 exactly? No. That's 7, yes, but we already have 7 on this side, so that is it. We've listed all the factors of 14. 1, 2, 7, and 14. Now write down all the factors of 60. So we'll start off as usual with 1 and 60. Okay, so because 60 is an even number, will 2 go into yes 30 times? Does 3 go into 60? Yes, 3 goes into 6 2 times, so 3 goes into 60 20 times. 3 times 20 is 60. Does 4 go into 60? Yes, it does. How many times? 15. Now, in case you didn't know that, you could do a bit of side working. You're allowed to do a bit of side working. So if we use the bus stop method, so does 4 go into 6? Yes, it does once. And the remainder is 2. Well, 4 times 6 is 4 times 1 is 4, but we want to get to 6, so the remainder is 2. So 4 goes into 20 5 times, so 15. So 4 goes into 60 15 times. Does 5 go into 60? Yes, if you know your 5 times table, 5 times 12 is 60. Does 6 go into 60? Yes, it does. 6 times 10. Does 7 go into 60? Nope. Does 8 go into 60? No. Does 10 go exactly into 60? Yes, it does, but we already have it on this side. So if we were to now list the factors of 60, they would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 12, 15, I've run out of space, 20, 30, and finally 60. So these are all the factors of 60. So question 5, you should try by yourself. Write down all the factors of A, 18, B, 30, and C, 25. So for all the factors of 18, we'll start off with 1 and 18. Does 2 go into 18? Yes, it's an even number. It goes 9 times. 2 times 9 is 18. Does 3 go into 18? Yes, it does. 3 times 6 is 18. Does 4 go into 18? No. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 5 is 20. So that shows that 4 does not go into 18 exactly. Does 5 go into 18? Exactly, no. Does 6 go into 18 exactly? Yes, it does. But we already have 6 on this side, so we can stop. So if we were to list the factors of 18, they are 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, and 18. Now we will look at the factors of 30. So with 30, 1 times 30, 1 is always a factor. 1 and 30, 1 and the number itself will always be factors. Does 2 go into 30? Yes, it does. 15 times. 2 times 15 is 30. Does 3 go into 30? Yes, it does. 3 times 10 is 30. Does 4 go into 30 exactly? No, it doesn't. Does 5 go exactly into 30? Yes, it does. 5 times 6 is 30. So after 5, I don't want to test number 6, but we already have 6 here. So if I was to list the factors of 30, they would be 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 10, 15, and 30. Finally, if we were to list the factors of 25, 1 and itself, if you want to put the time sign there, you can. Does 2 go into 25? Exactly, no. Does 3 go exactly into 25? No. Does 4 go exactly into 25? No. Does 5 go into exactly 25? Yes, it does. 5 times 5. But remember, when we were listing the factors of 25, we write 1 and the 5, although we've got two 5s, we'll only list 1 5 and then 25. So these are all the factors of the number 25. Question 6. If we were to list all the factors of the number 100, So we'll start with 1 and itself. 1 times 100. 2 times 50 is 100. That's 3 going to 100? No. That's 4 going to 100? Yes, it does. 4 goes to 125 times. That's 5 going to 100? Yes, it does. 20 times. 5 times 20 is 100. Does 6 go into 100? No. Does 7 go exactly into 100? No. Does 8 go exactly into 100? No. Does 9 go exactly into 100? No. Does 10 go exactly to 100? Yes, it does. 10 times 10, and that's it. Those are the factors of 100. And if we list it out, we'd list it like this: 1, 2, 4, 5, 10 only once. It's a square number, and we only list one of them: 20, 25, 50, and 100. So these are all the factors of the number 100.